Hello all, I'm Josh. This is Josh Builds Stuff, and I too have been compared to melted ice cream. Vanilla, naturally. This is Bro Thor's new Asgard. This set just came out at the beginning of August in 2021. It contains 265 pieces and costs $30 here in the US. Picture this, you're Thor, a literal god among men, but you just lost the biggest battle in the entire universe to the biggest baddie in the entire universe, and that baddie just snapped half of existence in said universe out of existence. So naturally you've developed a bit of a drinking problem, a root beer drinking problem, let's call it. Also a pizza eating problem. That I don't know that that's as much of a problem. This actually isn't a prop. I just didn't have dinner yet, and I would appreciate all of your understanding as I have something to eat as we continue this video. But a couple of those themes, they feature pretty heavily throughout this set. But that being said, this set is still pretty great in its decoration, in its design, and involving the minifigures. Also, I did that like chugging bit before the actual review of this set, so forgive any indigestion that creeps up as we're in the process of doing this. I'm gonna go find some Tums, and in the meantime, let's talk about the build of this set. The build for this set was delightful. It was like a pizza with the perfect blend of cheese and pepperoni. Instead, it was the perfect blend of large-scale scenery diorama decorating paired with small detail building in a Lego set. I love both of those aspects of a Lego set. Pair that with some great minifigures and a ton of great-looking decor and an overall nice build, and what you get is a very nice build process, in the end. I love this idea that we're going back through old scenes from Infinity Saga, as we're calling it, on the Lego boxes, and we're picking out some of those iconic scenes and turning them into Lego sets. You may recall from the recent box office hit Avengers Endgame that there was a scene where Hulk and Rocket go to recruit Thor when he is not in a great place. I mean, New Asgard seems like a great place, but he is mentally not in a great place. And I actually love the fact that the Avengers movies addressed this kind of mental health issue, and obviously you would also be having some issues if, most of your planet's population, or at least your realm's population, was devastated, but also half the universe was devastated, and that's kind of where we're picking up this scene. Honestly, I rewatched that scene before making this video, and the scene itself is actually a lot darker than it's portrayed here. Here it kind of just looks like, hey, we got pizza boxes and a bunch of root beer bottles strewn about the place, and we're playing some video games with some buds. That part, makes it sound nice when you put it that way. Watch the scene, it's kind of heavy, and I ain't talking about Bro Thor. Speaking of Bro Thor, he is one of the 2.5 excellent new minifigures included in this set. Thor features a bottle of root beer in his hand and Stormbreaker, which he uses at one point in that scene to crack open a fresh bottle of root beer. This is the everyman's Thor, the Thor that we all can finally aspire to be like. His belly literally hangs over onto his minifigure legs, but Lego is nothing if not accurate to the character as he is portrayed in the movie. Korg in this case is also accurately portrayed. He's got headphones on, he's got like an open Hawaiian shirt down the middle. Korg is a dude that I would very much like to hang out with, and this minifigure, I think, does him justice. That half a minifigure I mentioned earlier is really, I'm talking about Meek here. Hopefully that doesn't offend that fictional character, but Meek is just a minifigure head with a couple of like 1x1 round flower pieces on his lower parts. One thing no one can dispute is that this minifigure is certainly unique to the Marvel minifigure lineup. This set is fantastic, and it is strange. It's a diorama, it is a display set, but I don't know that anyone would want to display it. It does look a little cluttered, right? From the back side of the set, it looks a little boring, but all of the detail is on the inside, and without the detail, it's actually kind of a boring set. There's like nothing to it. It's just a single room, a couple of pieces of furniture, but throw in a whole bunch of interesting Thor and Norwegian style artifacts, because that's where New Asgard, it looks like, is being formed, and you get a pretty nice looking little set. Speaking of New Asgard, that's what this sign features. New Asgard. It's Velkommen til Tonsberg. I assume that means welcome to Tonsberg. I don't speak Norwegian. Forgive me for my insensitivity. We do have a very loyal viewer from Norway. Nikki, shout out to you. You taught me what a Holden was as a type of car. You may notice several motifs or recurring themes throughout this set, one of which is, let's call it a LEGO family-friendly root beer drinking problem that we mentioned earlier. There are several bottles strewn throughout this set. Count how many you can find. There's also some nautical stuff throughout the set. There's also a couple of pieces of brick-built furniture, which I've said in the past I really do love, like this big, cozy-looking couch. I love that thing. This whole set is all about the details. You got the little newspaper that's like 5 years after the blip from the new Asgard times. I love that. The little picture up there of Thor, Valkyrie, Korg, and Mech hanging out from Thor Ragnarok. The little bits of like Norwegian-themed things strewn throughout. There's like a little fake sailboat there on the mantle. Is that a reference to the LEGO Ideas sailboat? Only one way to find out. I don't know. Ask somebody who would know the answer to that. There's also, like, this is portraying, it's the scene from the movie, right? So our characters there are playing Fortnite, which is a strange choice, but at least it does appeal to children. You may even be able to see it by that little sticker there. There's a little noob.im, of course, referring to Noob Master 69. Again, kind of dumbed down for the sake of a LEGO set to make it a little more family friendly. But I mean, otherwise, this whole place, I love it. I think it looks great. I think it's the perfect blend of detail and not detail to make this set look really cool. You got like a chest there with a fish in it, which I'm sure is a reference to the fishing industry in Norway, a fireplace there, which is dangerous because at the rate they're going through root beer in this place may be a little flammable. There's a little keg of root beer back there. I love the TV stand. There are pizzas strewn throughout on the pizzas. It's called Stormbreaker Pizza. The axe is made using a slice of pizza. I love that detail. I love all of the details in this set. But that is the entirety of this set. It's just a little room full of details, references, and a couple of minifigures to accompany those excellent references. That being said, I still do think this set is really great and worth picking up for anyone who is a fan of Marvel or Endgame or Thor or root beer. So overall, this set, in my opinion, I actually really like it. For 30 bucks, you can't really beat it. The minifigures are great. The scenery is great. I do struggle a little bit to see who this set really appeals to. I love the set because I love the scene, because I love the movie, but I don't know that there are a ton of casual fans who are like, yes, give me like a little corner of a room portrayed in a big blockbuster movie that one time. It's not really a play set, it's really just a backdrop. It is a diorama, but I don't think this one will appeal to kids, though I guess that makes sense because, I mean, it's a 7+ set, but I don't know that a 7-year-old would really want this set. They may want the minifigures included here, but who am I to say? I am someone to ask the ultimate question. The ultimate question is, what do you think about this set? Would you buy it? Are you looking forward to it? It is currently sold out on LEGO's website, so I imagine this set has some sort of appeal. At least it does to me. But as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. If you'll excuse me, I've got to go finish my pizza, play some video games, and go to the bathroom. When I was drinking all that root beer, it wasn't a bit. I was really drinking it, and now I'm squirming in my seat here. So if you'll excuse me, again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.